What's good, YouTube? It's Dat Guy Mo back with another video. And today, I got my boy Luke Reacts. He's like one of my favorite UK reactors here on this platform. He likes to react to a lot of things American and kind of put what the people in UK would think or how they see or view us, you know, or like the differences and comparisons between the two countries. I love watching videos like this. It's so interesting to me to see how other people live in different parts of the world, not just how we live over here in the United States of America. And I'm excited to show you guys this and watch it along with you. So let's get right to it.
Back with another react. You know
Yeah,
the
it's
American
good,
national
Luke.
anthem,
Yeah.
right? This is basically
Beautiful
the
anthem.
story
Beautiful
of why
anthem.
it came about. Okay?
Okay.
So we got the Star Spangled Banner as you never heard it before, right?
So the story to why
It's the backstory to the national anthem.
so that was made up a long time ago, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's obvious,
Yeah,
yeah.
very long time ago. So let's see what we got.
Let's see. Should be an interesting video, man.
Star Spangled Banner.
You never heard it.
My bad.
Bit of history for you.
Right. I like stuff like this.
There was a lawyer once. His name was Francis Scott Key.
It's Scott Key.
He penned a song.
I've been learning
that I'm
about him,
sure you're
man.
aware of. You've seen it. It's in most hymnals throughout our churches. It's called the national anthem. It is our song as an American.
Star Spangled Banner. That's
We go,
a banger.
however,
Some
to a
banger.
ball
Pure
game. We stand in our
banger.
church services and we sing the words of that song, and they float over our minds and our lips, and we don't even realize what we're singing. Most of us have memorized it as a child, but we've
That's the thing, right? You know, when you do see moments when Americans are singing it, you can tell that like they're really feeling it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
nah,
know,
for
when we
sure.
sing it, I feel like we
For
don't
sure,
have
we
that,
do
like-
feel
A lot of
that.
us don't
We
know
do
the
feel it when that
words,
song come
No,
on in a
I
live
feel- I
event or
feel
anything.
like
Someone's
the
singing it
passion for
well.
either,
Yeah,
like,
mhm.
they
That pride for the
really do
country
feel
just
it.
hits.
Yeah,
It's gonna
take
be
it serious, don't they?
Yeah.
Most of us have memorized it as a child, but we've never really thought about what it means. Let me tell you a story. Francis
Tell me,
Key
brother.
was a lawyer in Baltimore. The colonies were engaged in vicious conflict with the mother country, Britain. Because of this conflict and the protracted...
That was us that burned down the White House.
Yeah, we was beefing back in the
Like,
day.
we was at war with America. Like there was like, you
Don't try to touch our White House again, you heard? Not while I'm here. What you talking about?
know, kicking us out and stuff.
Oh,
So
I
yeah.
would have kicked us out.
Because of this conflict and the protractedness of it, they had accumulated prisoners on both sides. The American colonies had prisoners and the British had prisoners. And the American government initiated a move. They went to the British and they said, let us negotiate for the release of these prisoners. They said, we want to send a man out to discuss this with you. They were holding the American prisoners in boats about 1,000 yards offshore. And they said, we want to send a man by the name of Francis Scott Key. He will come out and negotiate to see if we can make a...
Can you imagine the pressure he had to feel knowing that you're the guy?
On a day in a rowboat, he went out to this boat and he negotiated with the British officials. And they reached a conclusion that men could be exchanged on a one-for-one basis.
Aye.
Oh.
So are you with it?
Yeah,
So
it's gonna stop.
the British have got the American
American
prisoners.
prisoners.
American got
The
British
American
prisoners.
Francis, he's gonna go there. He's gonna say, "Hey, let's swap your prisoners for our prisoners."
Yeah.
See how it goes.
Francis Scott Key, jubilant with the fact that he'd been successful, went down below in the boats, and what he found was a cargo hold full of humanity
Oh,
men.
look at that.
Bad, innit?
That's horrible.
And he said, men, I've got news for you tonight. You're free. He said, tonight I have negotiated successfully your return to the colonies. He said, you'll be taken out of this boat, out of this
I can
filth,
imagine
out of
how
your
they're feeling in that
chains."
moment.
As he went back up on board to arrange for their passage to the shore, the admiral came and he said, we have a slight problem.
I like this.
Always
He said,
somebody.
We will still honor our commitment to release these men, but it'll be merely academic after tonight. It won't matter. And Francis Scott Key said, what do you mean?
Why?
Yeah, why they?
He said,
I like this.
he said, we
Yeah.
will still honor our commitment
Hold
to
on,
release
let's-
these
hold on,
men,
let's look at
but
this picture
it'll
of
be
him
merely
real quick.
academic after tonight.
Sorry, my arrow keys don't work well. I would have just did that.
Francis Scott Key said,
Am I tripping? Or whoever drew this got his eyes like not on the same level. Like this one drooping. They got bro like this.
what do you mean?
Why?
Oh God, R.I.P. him, man.
He said, well, Mr. Key, he said, tonight we have laid an ultimatum upon the colonies. Your people will either capitulate and lay down the colors of that flag that you think.
You're gonna do what? One thing I know about American people, we are not gonna let you disrespect our flag, and we are not gonna let that flag hit the ground for nobody. You're gonna have to see us for that. That's one thing I know.
So much of, or you see that fort right over there, Fort Henry? He said we're going to remove it from the face of the earth.
So, alright,
so this is a very, very important part of the story. So they have a fort there. They've got the flag flying high.
You gonna threaten to remove our flag off the face of the earth?
Alright. Pull it down.
That's where you messed up. That's where you messed up.
He said, how are you going to do that? He said, if you will, stand
all them ships, though. Like, if you was looking out at that, you'd be like, yo, put that flag down there, he said.
And he said, that's the
nah, not America, though. Americans ain't doing that.
He said, all of the gunpowder, all of the
and during this time, the British are very feared. Like, during this time, we invaded a lot of countries. We were very feared. We were very strong. Our fleet.
It's that Navy. That British Navy was crazy back then.
But is being called upon to demolish that fort. It will be here within striking distance in a matter of about 2.5 hours. He said the war is over. These men would be free anyway. He said, you can't shell that fort. He said, that's a large fort. He said, it's full of women and children. He says, it's predominantly not a military fort.
They don't even care, do they?
He said, don't worry about it.
They were just scared of another country coming up, man, taking their place.
He said, do you see that flag way up on the rampart? He said, we have told them that if they will lower that flag, the shelling will stop immediately.
That's just horrible, though, isn't it?
Why would you do that?
So they're willing to kill
place,
family and children.
They just said isn't a military place.
No.
There's families there.
About that,
the Brits are like, well, we give you your only option is to take it down.
Take the flag down.
Otherwise, we don't care. We're gonna blow them up anyway.
Take the flag down in their own country.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, look, even
can you say
I know. Yeah.
Look, even the British people are even like, what? That's crazy. That what kind of ultimatum is that? It's basically saying bow down to us or we're blowing you up. Like, that's basically what they said.
Because the Brits wanted control of it.
And we'll know that they've surrendered, and you'll now be under British rule.
Yeah, under British rule.
Yeah.
Francis Scott Key went down below and told the men what was about to happen. And they said, how many ships? He said, hundreds.
Hundreds of ships for that
one
fort.
Closer. Francis Scott Key went back up on top and he said, men, I'll shout down to you what's going on as we watch. As twilight began to fall.
W commentator.
And as the haze hung over the ocean.
W commentator.
Sunset, suddenly, the British war fleet unleashed. He says the sound was deafening. There were so many guns that there were no reliefs.
They didn't take the flag
he said
down.
It was absolutely...
No. So the Americans didn't take the flag down.
No, I don't blame them.
They want to stay proud. They want
to be shocked. That's one thing about us. We're not
Brits
taking that down. We're not letting you punk us.
Absolutely impossible to talk or hear. He said suddenly the sky, although dark, was suddenly lit.
That's a beautiful picture right
and he
there.
says from down below,
Whoever drew
all
that.
you could hear the men, the prisoners saying was, tell us
Just kiss, man.
Wow.
What have they done with the flag?
So that's the thing. That's the only thing they're bothered about. They're saying,
where's the flag?
Yeah, is the flag still up? So the flag is such an important symbol. Like, please tell me it's still standing.
Is the flag still flying over the rampart? Tell us. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours into the shelling. Every time the bomb would explode and it would be close to the flag, they could see the flag in the illuminated red glare of that bomb.
Still standing
and
there.
Francis Scott Key would report down to the men below, it's still up. It's not down.
Still up. Still up. That's what I'm talking about.
Mate, they're insane. They don't want to give you the land. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
He said, don't they understand this is an impossible situation? Francis Scott Key said he remembered what George Washington had said. He said the thing that sets the American Christian apart from all other people in the world is he will die on his feet before he'll live on his knees.
Oh,
Wow.
that's good.
The American Christian will die on his feet before he would live on his knees. That's a. And they said Beethoven was spitting. Now that dude just spit right there, yo.
The Admiral said, we have now instructed all of the guns to focus on the rampart to take that
Yeah, we
flag
don't care,
down.
bro. Let it
He
loose.
said, we don't understand.
You got to knock that flag down.
Reconnaissance tells us that that flag has been hit directly again and again
So how
and
is it
again,
not
and yet
down?
it's still
Yeah.
flying. We don't understand that. But he said, now we're about to bring every gun for the next 3 hours to bear on that point. Francis Scott Key said the barrage was unmerciful. All that he could hear was the men down below praying.
Man, that's amazing.
The prayer.
I actually feel really like sad for them.
Yeah.
And I'm British.
I know.
We're the ones that
Yeah.
did that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Facts. I respect that. I respect that though about y'all.
Where we last saw it.
Good.
The sunrise came. He said there was a heavy mist hanging over the land, but the rampart was tall enough. There stood the flag,
Everything else
completely
down low.
nondescript, in shreds. The flagpole itself
Leaning.
was at a crazy angle, but the flag was still at the top.
Still there.
Francis
Oh.
Scott Key went aboard and immediately went into Fort Henry to see what had happened. And what he'd found had happened was that that flagpole and that flag had suffered repetitious direct hits.
Wait, yeah, that flag, for it to be standing and that much hits.
Yeah.
Like, it must
Yeah.
be super glued.
Yeah.
Proper, that's
They
a
can't-
proper glue.
I do know how that flag was held up because you know that's just American history, but they're gonna be shocked.
That
Fathers
everything. It just stands there
knew what it
proud
meant.
and tall.
For that flag to be on the ground. Although knowing that all of the British guns were trained on it, walked over and held it up
Oh, wow.
humanly.
Oh, wow. That's why it was stood up.
Why?
So even though all the guns was aimed on it, the Americans went to the flag and held it up. There was, so they were still there
That's
holding it
commitment.
whilst being bombed and.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man. That's amazing.
Until
Just
they
knowing
got
you're going to give your life to keep
Wow.
that flag up.
Oh my god.
Their bodies were removed and others took their place.
Wow.
Good for that.
Francis Scott Key said what held that flagpole in place at that unusual angle were patriots' bodies. He penned the song. Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the
Twilight's last gleaming.
last gleaming.
Oh man.
Or the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that the flag
Flag
was
was still there, man.
This is like,
That's
I think this is the actual lyrics
Yeah,
to the
and that's
next
an anthem. Yeah.
Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet fly and wave o'er the land of the free,
In the home of the
brave.
brave. Our country, man.
Demanded. The price, it was paid.
America.
Oh,
Say, can you see? He said,
by the
It actually has a lot of power behind like the lyrics of the
Yeah,
song. Though.
definitely.
what so proud
proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming.
whose broad stripes and bright stars through the
Perilous times.
o'er the ramparts we watch
And the valiantly streaming, and the me stop. Let me chill on y'all. My bad.
The bombs bursting
Powerful, isn't it?
Yes.
gave proof through the night
That our flag
I'm still there.
was still there.
Oh, say, does that
The stars spangled
banner yet
wave
o'er the land
of the free.
and the
Yeah.
home of the brave?
They are brave, aren't
Oh,
they? Yeah.
say, does that star-spangled banner
Yo, I didn't even know it was this long. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. They don't do it this much.
Well, I didn't want to pause it because I've seen loads of comments when I've done, like watched the national anthem. They don't normally like the pausing during the song.
No.
So I
don't think
apologize.
so.
But from what you just said, I've been wanting to say like I feel
I feel quite emotional.
I feel
over
more
it.
emotional
Yeah,
to
now I
their
know,
national anthem
now
than
I
to my
know.
own.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's very, very, very like I understand.
It's got more
like, why you feel
meaning.
proud every time like
It's got
you
more
sing it and
meaning.
stuff,
Yeah.
because there's such meaning behind
Yeah.
it, and it means so much. Like how strong, how brave
Like,
you are,
Yeah.
what you did for it.
Stands for us, man.
o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Oh gosh. Well done. That was brilliant.
Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord. That's the Bible, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's
Is that the Bible?
Yeah.
Yes, the Bible, man. It's the Bible.
That's
There we go.
amazing.
I
That's
still find it
brilliant.
crazy how like it was the British
That
to
done
what
it
to
so
why that is all happened, but
interesting.
yeah, it is,
It
isn't
really
it?
Yeah, I wanted
was
to
so
control
interesting.
And then you get
everything
a
back
full-on
then.
backstory to the national anthem. I don't
Yeah,
even know the story to
that's-
even our national
Ours
anthem.
just changes when one of them dies.
From Queen
So
to
you've
King
got
and King to
God
Queen.
save our
Yeah,
Queen. The
gracious
Queen's
Queen.
died. God save our King.
But is there
King
even
will die.
any meaning to it, or is it just
I don't think.
are we
I
just
think-
basically
For us to
praising God
respect
for the
royal
royal?
family.
Yeah.
Basically
Yeah,
praising
I
God
don't
for the
know.
royal family.
But
That's
no,
crazy.
This story to it
That's
is actually
that's actually crazy to me that like basically their anthem is just thanking God for having a royal family. Just saying God save our queen, basically. Like not even about the country, it's just about the family. So basically that's why there's not that much pride out there, because it's just you're really proud in the royal family. That's it. That's all you can do. Wow. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Yo, what a beautiful story about how our anthem was made. And I ain't gonna lie, I just love America. I ain't gonna lie. Now I do have a lot of love for UK. I watch a lot of videos on their culture and everything. And yeah, we're gonna get into more videos like this. Best believe. But that's gonna be it for now. Until next time. Thanks for coming through and watching what I do. Yeah.